Hello, dog culture reviewers. Today I want to ask, where are the pro-lifers when it comes to the conversation about dogs? Where are the pro-lifers? So here we have some of the pro-lifers. So they want to stop abortion. They got a problem with something. What is their problem? Okay, let's figure out what their problem is. Okay, I think we found out what their problem is. They do not like this. 620,327 abortions. So they don't like these children being killed in the womb of their mother. The pro-lifers say that the children have a life to go live and that their parents should raise them. That's what the pro-lifers seem to be saying. So, yeah, this is what the pro-lifers say: the right to life. Every child has a right to life. So, the pro-lifers, they don't want abortions to be a big thing. So, I got to ask these pro-lifers, why are you not part of the dog conversation? So, pro-lifers, you don't want children to be killed. You want them to have a life. What about children that are already alive, that have uncles, aunts, nieces, friends, school, co-workers, maybe team members? What about those kids? Well, let's go look at a study. This is a study that goes backwards to look at older studies to get its information. And I highly recommend looking up any information out there because you get to see the pattern in society. And the truth is in the pattern, and the devil is in the details. So I typed in children for our keyword search. So look at this stuff. Children are disproportionately affected by canine bite injuries. Okay. Children disproportionately affected by dogs. Children have an increased likelihood of being bitten on the face. Okay. So what's up? What else are they? What else happens with the children? Let's scroll down. Okay. So children have increased morbidity. Children are the main victims of canine attacks with regards to morbidity and mortality. Wow. Children playing with dogs may be a causative factor in such facial injuries. Oh, so we're not going to allow them to play, or otherwise the dogs are going to bite them? Okay, that doesn't seem right. So children are disproportionately affected by canine injuries to the face. Huh. Okay. So this isn't good, people. So look at there's all kinds of stuff about children in here. So pro-lifers, do you go and look up what's happening to our children out there when it comes to dogs, putting them in the grave and ruining their lives? I think you should. So in this study, it says the dog involved in the attack is typically known to the victim, with the lips, the cheek, and nose representing the most common sites of facial injury. Reconstructive procedures. Reconstructive procedures. Wow. Okay, we did a quick keyword search on this study for infection. We have 10 results. So there's also long-term infections from this. Infection rates. So look at these infections in the study. What do we notice? Staphylococcus, streptococci, capnocytophaga. That's what our kids are getting infected with. These are terrible things, and they are also related to pneumonia and other terrible sickness of the airways. So, not only are these kids just getting bit and stitched back up, they have sepsis, even death, local wound infections, significant morbidity. This is primarily from the infective complications. Structural complications. Infective complications include abscesses, all these other nasty things that come from being bitten by dogs. Okay, so I want to ask all the people out there, what about this? What about the right to life? What about the right to life? Huh? Everybody that's pro-life. Every child has rights. These are the pro-life propaganda images. And I think the child has a right to live. But how come when it comes to talking about abortion, it's okay to say a child has a right to live? But how come when it comes to dog culture, we just blame the child? So speaking of blame the child, in that study I just showed you, it says that the children are attacked because they're small and and they're an easy target for the dog. They studied several studies from the past and they came up with that conclusion. But most of dog culture will tell you this bullshit. Attacks on children are more common because they don't know how to treat dogs or read the warning signs. Bullshit. The prey drive in the dog makes it go after the kid. And look what they say in the same frickin' phrase. The dogs have no warning signs. So you're blaming the children for being bit because they didn't read a bunch of warning signs, but then you claim right there that there were no warning signs. Dog culture preys on the innocence of kids and then blames kids for a problem that adults put into their life, that modern culture put into their life. Dog culture, no, you suck. You are sacrificing the innocence of children. If I talk to people out there about this dog right here, this pit bull, this is what people will tell me. 90% of people out in society that I talk to, oh, the kid didn't know the sign. Oh, those are precious puppers that love little kids. No, they're not little kids. They're freaking death machines, people. I keyword searched this article and it preys on children. Children who have not respected the animal. What? This dog right here is responsible for this many attacks and this many deaths. And they're saying the problem is the kid didn't respect the animal? Wow. Wow, dog culture. I mean, anybody wants to ask me why I scrutinize dog culture, why I think dog culture is stupid? Um, do some research, people. Okay, so we briefly brought on board the people that are against abortion. What about the people that are for abortion? What do they say? My body, my choice, my body, my choice, my body, my choice. They want to be able to have abortions whenever they want. Well, when it comes to my body, my choice, what about all the children that have their faces ripped off of them? What about all the little kids that don't even get their bites reported, that live with a parent that has several dogs and they get bit all the time? Did they choose to be bitten by a dog? Excuse me. Hello, bing bong. Hello, sir. What about the little kids? Don't they have a choice? Okay, people that want abortion and people that don't want abortion. What about all these women that are laid to waste by dogs? Was it their body, their choice? Don't they have a right to live? This woman right here is bit in the face by a little dog or a big dog at a restaurant. Loose dogs kill a woman. Cesar Millan's dog kills another dog and then an actor's dog. Excuse me. Hello. What about every kid's right to live? Okay, we're going to abort children in the womb, but now we're aborting them via dogs. Dogs attacking kids at school. This happens more and more and more frequently. Tons of stories about this. Dogs attack 2 students and driver on a school bus. Scary moments during dog attack at Oklahoma City Elementary School. We're allowing dogs to tear these kids up at schools. Okay, well, all you people that say the kids have a right to live, you better jump into the dog culture. Otherwise, you're just a hypocrite. Here's a quick playlist for you. Kids need face surgery from dog attacks. Did these people choose this? Did they choose it? Do they have a right to live? Every child has a right to live. Girl bitten in face by dog. Facial scar dog bite surgeries. More and more constant surgeries from dog bites all over the place. What about these kids? What about this right here? Every child has a right. A right to what? Have constant bites in the face? Then they have to go on Facebook and see people post these memes up. Oh, dogs are better than humans. What kind of mental crap do you think that you're making these kids have to deal with when they get bit in the face by dogs and then they go on Facebook and see you post your bullshit memes? Dogs are better than humans. Wow. Okay. Okay, how about the police dogs that tear kids up all the time? Police canine escapes car attacks child. Canine bites toddler. Huh? Teen mistaken for burglar attacked by canine. How do you think these kids feel when they go out in society and see all these people say, "Oh, dogs are better than humans. Dogs are babies," and they're sitting over here with all these bites, infections, blood leaking out of them? Huh? 5-year-old attacked by a police dog at community event. Um, What about this, guys? Excuse me. What about this? What about you people that don't want abortions to happen? Yet you're happy to allow summary abortions by dog and not even blink an eye. What the fuck's going on, people? And how about you people that are for abortions? My body, my choice, my body, my choice. What about that? My body, my choice, huh? Did that kid choose that? Did that kid choose that? Did that kid choose that? No, it didn't. It was that kid was forced into helping you sacrifice children just so you can own a dog and sit there and look like you're some kind of great person. Okay, now it's time for your Easter egg. When it comes to dog culture, there is a certain group of people that don't like children, that are fine with harming children in our society. And I'm not going to mention names or use that certain word, but it has to do with things that are not very nice, things that sacrifice the innocence of children. And so I want to show you something, and you're going to have to kind of do your own thought process on this. Democrats, Republicans, and other people. Now, what group do you think likes abortions more? What group do you think is okay with kids just getting vacuumed out of the woman's womb and put into a garbage bag? Well, it's the same group that loves to have our neighborhoods filled with dogs that attack our kids or attack each other or attack other dogs or just basically cause constant problems where law enforcement has to be involved at all times. AKA more government, more dependence on government, more dependence on buying a bunch of products for dogs, including many drugs and antidepressants. Which one of these groups do you think is cool with abortion? Which one of these groups do you think is cool with our communities being overtaken by dogs? And then ask yourself a question. When it comes to these parties, which one of them is happy to fill neighborhoods with migrants? Migrants that really don't get helped by these actions. Really, what happens is they get more constituents to grow their democratic power, to grow their influence, because they want to get more Democratic voters. And the people that pay the price are the communities, because these Democrats who fill our communities with migrants, they want more voters and they're willing to pay the price. They're willing to allow communities to get harmed. Look up some of the motels that were shut down just to house migrants. Meanwhile, we have homeless veterans all over the place, but they'll give migrants free hotels and cars and credit cards. Those are the same people that are connected to loving to fill our neighborhoods with dogs, because it breaks us down. It makes us more dependent on government. The same thing with filling our neighborhoods with migrants. So that's a little Easter egg. And if you guys are interested in that conversation, hit me up on the community tab, because it's very interesting. I'm not going to draw any conclusions right here, but if you ever watch the movie Sound of Freedom and you're interested in the topic in that movie, then you might be interested in this topic. So that concludes your Easter egg portion of this video. Okay, so where are my pro-lifers? Where are my people that think abortion is great? Both of those people should be part of this conversation. My body, my choice. You don't care about that when it comes to kids, do you? And then people that are part of the anti-abortion, what do you guys say? Every child has the right to live. Okay, what about kids that are constantly being killed by dogs? Dogs that our society pushes more and more as babies and friends. They're not friends. The statistics show that dogs put these little fellers in an early grave all the time. So I call bullshit. And if you go on the internet, there's all these things about preventing dog bites on kids. So obviously people don't want their kids to be bitten by dogs. But all of these publications, they never say, consider not owning a dog because a dog is a fanged predator. They don't say that. They sit there, if you read any of these studies, they will say, well, stay calm, don't move around too fast, don't play, don't do this, don't do that. Like, how about you don't put your kid next to a fanged predator? I'm going to put this study in the description, and I hope you can look through it. But a common thing in all these studies, look what they say. The great majority of their attacks were made on children who, with their games, it's all too easy to awaken in them their wildest instincts. So they're doing this ambiguous language, this labels, like I talked about in my previous videos. They're hiding the crap that these dogs do with this funny, ambiguous language. But the fact is, they're attacking children. And then they're saying right here, they're admitting it's awakening their instincts, their prey drive. But then they're saying, oh, children with their games. So they're blaming the kid. Oh, the kid played a game and awakened the dog's instinct. What? What would we do if this dog attacked a kid and the kid pulled out a knife and stabbed that dog to death? Would we say, well, the dog awakened the child's inner instincts and the child defended himself? No, we would blame the child even more. So these dogs, they get a free fucking pass to murder people, and then they say, oh, the kid awakened its instincts. Well, if you know the dog has killer instincts, why are you putting the dog with the kid in the first place? One last one on this study. This study is so, it shows the right statistics, but then it hides them. The lack of socialization caused all the attacks. What about during COVID-19? We had extra dogs up inside of apartments all day, next to humans all day, aka socialization, but yet bites went up. The more that we put dogs closer to humans, the more that bites go up. But then they will say, lack of socialization. Actually, you should stop socializing your children with dogs, and you'll get a lot less children in the hospital, a lot less children suffering from infections and facial reconstructive surgeries. So again, this is a lie on children. Okay, so pro-life rallies. We better see some rallies to get rid of pit bulls. We better see some rallies that educate kids and tell kids that dogs are fang predators and that dogs belong outside in the doghouse, not in your bed, not in your house, because they will put you in the hospital and they will bark at you, causing headaches. And it doesn't matter if you have a good dog at your house, it doesn't matter. You are still part of this nasty culture. You are still the person that goes on Facebook and acts like dogs are a beautiful thing, and 10 or 20 kids see that, and those 10 or 20 kids, they are the ones that go out and get bitten because they see all this bullshit. They see all this bullshit dog culture. So, where are my pro-lifers? Where are you guys at? Huh? Why is it okay to talk about abortion and saving kids, but when it comes to dogs, nobody wants to talk about it? Everybody wants to allow kids to keep getting put under the knife. Hope to hear some answers from you guys pretty soon. Bing bong. Hello, sir. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.